Okay, everyone. What we have here is a 2002 BMW 745i, which is the E65 engine and the N62. The problem that we're having here is the water pump went bad. This is a client's car. I already took off the little cover here just to basically see what was down in there. We basically got to take off the air filter box. I will take the cover off also. Have to take this car off, which is nothing but some torx screws. Basically here, it's about, I want to say about 4, 6, about 10. I gotta take off the fan. Now, for those of you with the 2006 E65 engine, basically you don't have a fan, so we gotta take off this clutch fan off of off the water pump. As you can see, it's the belt almost look like it's coming off anyway. I'm here in Chicago. It is very cold. I do have the heat going. So let's get to it. I removed the air filter, all the air filter connections. Now I'm gonna go to the clutch fan now. Okay, now I have the fan off, and I took the straight out also, the fan straight, and basically just had to take a couple wires for the fan, outside fan. Now I'm gonna go and remove the tensioner just so I can remove the belt. Might go ahead and tell him that he needs to replace his belt. Has all type of fluid on it now. If you can see, as you can see, the water pump just looks like the belt is off, but we're gonna go ahead and replace. Remember how the belt goes on, so you won't make a mistake and put it on backwards on wrong. If you need to, take a picture of it and then put it back on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to relieve the tension. It's a T60 is what I have. Basically goes in there, and then you go clockwise with it. And give me 1 second. All right. Right in there, and you torque it to the right, and it should unloosen the belt. All right, I removed the belt. Now I'm taking the hose off the pump. Basically, they just some clips. As you can see, you just pull a clip. It's a clip on this one. Pull a clip on one behind it, which is right here. As you can see, this pump is totally gone. Just a few screws and it'll come right out. I'm gonna replace these two hose back there and also the seal which comes with it. Hopefully that slides right off easy. No fluid waste because all the fluid was gone anyhow. I just leaned the belt over to the side. I'm gonna take it all the way off just to clean it up, just in case he decide he's gonna keep this same belt. Try to save it and go from there. Now we have to, because it's a boat deep in there, I don't really know if you can kind of see it. It's behind this vibration damper, so we have to take off all the torque screws, which is 8, Just keep in mind, it is a plate that's in the middle of this. I'll show it to you once I take it off. And it has a guide. It's a little pin where you put it back on. And you have to take off all 7 of those screws. They are a T45 if I'm not mistaken. Mark your belt. I don't know if you really can see that, but I kind of put some marks on it where I will put it back. I would just lean it over to the side. We're gonna reuse that belt. And like I said before, I think we go reuse this belt, but if not, then I'll just tell the client to get a new belt also. I think it's in the best interest to just get a new belt. You wouldn't want that to break and be flopping all around the place and tearing up some holes that'll just cost a lot more money. For the vibration damper, it's a T45, and try to be careful not to strip a screw as I did. Got them all off except one. If you're using power tools, be careful with the stars. They will strip the screw. Okay, now here is the vibration damper. Like I said, it was a plate in the middle, and you can see the little guide hole actually that goes right here. It does have a tensioner there. It goes to the left toward the passenger side. Make sure you mark your belt when you put it back on if you're gonna reuse it. Makes it easier to get to this bolt here. Pull the water pipe out. This was connected here to feed the alternator, which is a coolant alternator. Go back over here. As you can see, just kind of be careful when replacing, putting it back on these pipes. Make sure they are right. If not, just go ahead and replace it. I'm gonna kind of clean it off. I'm gonna clean it off a little bit. Which this sticks right down and feeds the alternator. I don't know if you really can see, but that hole right there goes in there and sticks right in the water pump. I'm gonna clean this off a little bit, and we're gonna keep it moving. I will be replacing this pipe here. I'll be replacing the pipe that goes to the alternator pipe, which is here. Have a new O-ring. Just gonna clean this off a bit. Just get a razor and scrape any little access on here so it can have a good seal. Let's see. As I told you, for the vibration damper, I did get 2 new screws just because I stripped one. It's a T45. Here is the new water pump, which already have the sensor on there. I got 2 new belts, one Serpentine Belt and AC condenser belt. I'm gonna kind of clean this off, wipe it off a little bit, basically try to get some of the coolant off of it so when it bursts. We're gonna take this old thermostat off because we're gonna keep it, and we're gonna place it on the new water pump. Let's see what else I got. I got a new Thermostat O-Ring. We're replacing the return pipe. So this is a new one. This is the new pipe for the alternator. All right, now we're gonna get to it. I have everything off. It's a perfect opportunity to clean your throttle body. You know, just get a nice little rag, wipe it out. It's a nice opportunity to do so. He does have a alternator bracket oil leak, which he said he does not want to do it right now. But if you could see all the little oil that it splashed around, I'm gonna try to clean it off just as best as I can for him. Like say we have a new belt, so this old belt will be coming off. I give it to him, let him hold on to it just in case. All right, let's get to it. As I pulled out the old return pipe, just kind of old. You see how long it's been in there. I will be basically cleaning the pipe out, just get it cleaned up nice and so it'll seat nice down in there. So I'm going to clean everything now. All right, have the new water pump on, connected the hose, the alternator hose is down there, put it in right, connected the lower hose, got the screw in, putting the vibration damper on now. Just keep in mind there is a little hole that's a guide. About to place the screws in now. Just wanted to show how the screws go in on the plate. As you can see, you just basically have to feel with your hand and get those screws in there. Do them with your hand first and tighten them up so you won't mess up the threads. Had a little struggle putting on the AC belt that goes on the vibration damper. The best way to put it on is to put it around the vibration damper first, then use your release, the tension release, put it over this, and then it'll go smoothly around the AC. So if you can see, got it on there right now. Nice and sitting smooth. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put the pulley back on, get the other belt on, and finish reassembling. Have the serpentine belt on now, which is a little more easier. Just remember the rotation of it and the tensioner. Make sure you get the tensioner and put it on. That's make it a whole lot easier for you. Have the pulley on, everything is put back together. Put the fan on, the fan sleeve, which is over there, and should be all put back together in a moment. Have the fan shred on. The fan is on. Putting the air system back together now, and we're gonna give it a start. You know, this is a self-bleeding system. Make sure you use BMW, which I will show you in a moment once I get to that point. Just showing you how everything goes back together. Just make sure you put your auxiliary fan connected back on the shred. Hook back up the sensors. We'll go from there. I have my BMW antifreeze. What I have is an empty one, so you can get a 50-50 mix. Make sure I just have 2 bottles. I pour half in here and then fill them 2 back up with distilled water. And there you go for your 50-50. Now we're gonna get going. Okay, have everything together. Car is running. Filled up the coolant up to the max spot. Breathing good, no colds. Running well. That's what I'm talking about. Send the video to the customer. Know he'll be happy now. Not leaking. Checked all down in there. Have no leakage. Seem to be sealed tight. Running well. Alright. Everything is put back together. Car's running nice. No check engine light. Everything hooked back up. Purring like a kitten now. No leakage. Already didn't check that. Test drove it. Running good. That will conclude water pump installation. 2002 Bmw 745, which has the E65 engine and N62.